Alright. For those who are wondering how the sleep study went, I don't know in reality. But in my little slice of the experience thus far, shit. It was actually not far away from my place. It was kind of funny. I programmed into my GPS where I was going, like when I got off of work. So I figured, I'll see where it is as I'm making the travel from work to home, and just see how long it's going to take me to get there so that I know what time I want to leave. Now, my GPS is not set to automatically change. It's very old. It's a Garmin. It's a very, very old Garmin. So it doesn't automatically change when the fucking daylight savings shit happens. So I never know where it is, but I can always roughly tell, generally, within an hour where it is. And it was essentially telling me I was going to get there in like 5 minutes from work. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay, something must be fucking wrong. I'm like, it's either an hour away or I don't fucking know. And then I got home and I looked it up on Google Maps, and it's like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So it's like 10-minute drive. Perfect. Get there. I pulled into the wrong place. Like, this fucking Garmin. Garmin told me to stop off at the Astor, and I'm like, this is not the fucking one I'm looking for. I'm like, no. So I'm like, alright. Whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell that place was. It was some weird, I don't even know, whatever. It looked odd, so I'm like, alright. So then I find the place that I'm supposed to be going. I pull in, and I'm walking up to the place, and it's like I'm getting heavy Fallout 76 flashbacks of all the times that me and Dennis would be at the fucking big, like, mall area kind of place that had all the stores. I don't even fucking remember what it's called now. And it had like this big entrance, it was a U-shaped building, so it was flanked on both sides. It had this big, huge entranceway with this big fucking awning and all this shit and pillars, and there it is. And I'm like wandering around like, oh god, thank god Dennis isn't here to shoot robots and get us fucking attacked by every goddamn robot in the world. But yeah, so I walk in and they gave me the card key, and I walked to the place, went up the elevator, and I go to the door, and I'm like, alright, I swiped the card key, and the door wouldn't open. And I'm like, so I swiped the card key again, and the door wouldn't open. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like fucking with it. I'm like wandering around, looking around, like, what the fuck is happening? So finally I'm like, maybe I gotta knock. And so I knocked on the door, and they open up the door, and dude, it was weird. It was like walking into like a movie set of a CIA sting operation. Like, there was computers all set up on this one wall and all these instruments all over the fucking place. And it's like, I'm in a hotel. So you're walking through a hotel and everything's looking basically hotelish, right? And then you walk into this room with all this like surveillance shit in it, and you're like, what the fuck? So I was laughing about that, and alright, whatever. And there was this other dude there who was also getting a sleep study done. And I think a chick that was getting, I don't even fucking know. I couldn't tell how many people it were. Whatever. But there was at least two of us. And, so, I'm sitting there doing all the thing, and they had to measure my height and my weight and all that kind of stuff. And they measured the width of my neck. And, he goes, your neck is, I think it was like 41 or something like that. And he's like, that's a good neck size. And then the other dude goes, you didn't say that I had a good neck size. Is there a bad neck size? And the guy's like, oh, no. He's like, I tell everybody they have a good neck size. And I'm like, well, then what the fuck is that supposed to mean then? Like, is there a bad neck size? Like, who has the bad neck size? Because I'm looking at his neck going, his neck's way bigger than mine. Like, But yeah, whatever. So, you know, we got everything all ready. And they put me in the room, which is very nice, in the hotel room. Like, that was like the main hub, right? And then we went down, and then it's like dorm rooms. You know, you have the 2 rooms on either side that are bedrooms, and then like the central middle room that's like a fucking middle room. And, yeah, like, just fucking, I went in the room, and he helped the other dude, and while he's helping the other dude, I'm playing Marvel Puzzle Quest on my phone, and just sitting there on the bed, and then he comes into my room, I was filling out the paperwork. That's what I was doing. I'm filling out the fucking paperwork while he's explaining the paperwork to the other guy. I'm like, I mean, the walls are not all that thick, so I'm listening and going, okay. And like, I started filling out his paperwork for him, and I was like, oops, because as I could read the fucking questions, I'm like, okay, this isn't for me to do. And then I, you know, started filling out my stuff, and then he came over and took the paperwork I had finished and explained to me the whole rigmarole, and as he was kind of like looking through my paperwork, I'm filling out more paperwork, and he's taking more paperwork, and looked at, you know, and shuffling through the process as fast as possible. And finally we get done with the paperwork, and he's like, you know, he's like, when you're done with the paperwork, he's like, I'm going to go take this in there and start the process, and, you know, if you're done with the paperwork, he kind of throws the remote control on the bed, and he's like, you watch TV or whatever you want to do. So I'm like, alright. So I finished my homework, which meant fun time. So I grabbed my phone, I turned on the fucking World Series, and I'm watching the World Series, playing fucking Marvel Puzzle Quest on my phone, and I gotta tell you, thank God I don't pay for fucking, like, TV. Thank God I've never paid for TV. Just watching the commercials. Oh my God. No wonder it's permeated every fucking facet of society. The whole political fucking everything. Oh my God. And everybody's doing it. I saw a commercial that was essentially like, get the fuck off your phone, buy a refrigerator, right? Like, it's showing how, you know, did you know that all your fucking information is on fire? No, it's like, is this how we eat? And is this how we fucking talk to each other? Is this how... It's all this fucking, is this how we really live now? Get the fuck off your phone, you know, stuff. And then it's like a refrigerator, and it's like, buy a fridge. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And then like 2 commercials later, it's a phone, or it's a commercial about fucking how all of our information is on our phone. Did you know that there's more private information on your phone than in the entire rest of your house? And like, it's going through all this cyber crime and shit, and you gotta be careful. And then it's like the new Apple iPhone, and I'm like, are you fucking shit? I'm like, oh my God. Like, no wonder everybody's so stupid and scatterbrained. Like, is this what you guys are watching? Just start fucking recording all your TV. Fast forward through the commercials, man. They're bad for you. But anyway, so I'm doing that. I'm fucking around, and he goes over to the other dude, starts setting him up, putting all the wires and whatnot on him, and I'm just fucking around on my phone and watching TV. And then he comes over to me, puts all the wires on me. Now, we started with a fucking appetizer, which was 2 electrodes to each thigh, or calf. Like here and here, right? On each one. Boop. And then we followed up with one on my tummy, and then one for each titty. And then we put a belt around my belly, and then a belt around my titties, and then we dug into the fucking full meal, which was 2 electrodes here and here, 2 electrodes here and here, 1 electrode fucking here, and he taped a microphone to my neck, and then they put electrodes like fucking everywhere on my fucking head, right? And then he pulls out this thing that's going to go in my nose. And I'm thinking to myself, well, there fucking is. This is going to take forever to fall asleep. So he puts this thing in my nose, and it like wraps around my fucking ears and ties up under my chin like a garrote. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking fantastic. So he's like, okay, go ahead, and we're going to get you all wired up and everything. Wired me all up to the box and whatnot, and got everything set for me to go ahead and go to nighty-night. Now this is like 10:30 or something like that. I usually don't go to bed until around 11:30, right? This is a little bit earlier than I usually go to bed, so I'm thinking to myself, I'll probably wake up around 4:30 to 5 o'clock, somewhere around there. So I'm like, alright, whatever. I'm like, I hope that's good enough for them. And I told him, I'm like, I'm probably going to wake up around like 4:30 to 5 o'clock. And he's like, alright, well, you know, whatever. He's like, go ahead, do your thing. And I was able to sleep however the fuck I wanted. So they're going to make you sleep on your back thing, this fucking myth that, no. I was able to curl up, fucking wrapped around a pillow and all that shit. And I had no problems there. It was very quiet, so my tinnitus made it difficult to sleep. There was a nice AC register, and I think he cranked it up for me so that it would fucking run more often. So that was pretty awesome. The technician was pretty cool. I gotta say, he was pretty awesome. He was very much like the professional. Like he was very professional, but understood that I wasn't fucking around. You know what I mean? Like this is a real thing to me. Because like as he's wiring me up, you know, we're talking about my problem, and I'm explaining everything to him, and he's just like, "Wow, I can't believe that you just live like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know." What are you gonna do? So, yeah, so he's like, go ahead, go to sleep. I'm like, alright. And like, I start going through the let's go to bed ritual, which is I gotta lay on my back for a while until I start to get like sleepy and tired. Now I can't lay on my back for too long, otherwise my snot will plug up my nose and everything. And I won't be able to breathe and I won't be able to sleep. I don't sleep very well when I just have to sleep through my mouth. Or breathe through my... I don't sleep very well when I have to breathe through my mouth, not sleep through my mouth. Oh my God. Here we go. So, you guys don't usually get a video on this day. This is like, this is after a really bad day of sleep. This is like I wouldn't have gone to work fucking shit. So you don't usually get call-off videos because I call off work, but it's Saturday and everybody wants to know. So, alright. So, I'm laying on my back trying to get to where I'm getting into that relaxed point where I can fall asleep. Because that's what I have to do. Because I can't just, you know, lay on my right side right off the bat. My arm will start hurting too fast, and that will make me have to fuck around with my arm. So, lay on the back first. Get yourself good and tired. And then roll over onto the right side, try and go to sleep. Didn't happen. So I'm like, well, I know this is going to take hours of doing this. Alright, here we go. So I was like, I lay back on my back. Because it's like, you lay on your right side for too long and your arm's going to start hurting. And you don't want that shit to happen. So you don't think you're going to get to sleep. You got to lay back on your back. So lay back on my back. Inevitably, I'm getting tied up in the fucking wires. Especially the ones wrapped around my legs. Because I guess I'm like putting my legs around them. So at one point I'm like trying to straighten the fucking wires out underneath the blankets. So I'm like got my one leg up and I'm trying to fucking kick my other leg around it so that I can fuck, but I can't get the fucking thing. And like, so I finally get my legs to where I'm good again. And then the intercom comes on. Hey, Andy, you okay? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, I thought I saw you waving at me. And I'm like, no. So I'm like, I'm just caught the wires. And he's like, okay. So I guess inevitably I finally wound up actually sleeping at some point. I think, I don't know, but I wound up waking up and I knew I was awake. Like I woke up and I'm like, all right, well, time to wake up. So I get up and I'm like, kind of like, well, they're not gonna want me to like just get up and start fucking taking wires off me yet. So I'm like, well, I'll try and like see if I can go back to sleep, give them some good brain waves or whatever. I don't fucking know. Right? So I'm trying to just sleep still, and it ain't fucking happening. So again, I'm like rolling on my back and my side again, back and side, back and side. They've seen all this shit show before. So the dude's like, you okay, Andy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty much up now. I'm like, I think I'm pretty good. And he's like, well, you know, go ahead, try and fall back asleep. And I'm like, alright. So I'm laying there on my back again, trying to get tired. Like, that ain't fucking happening, because I'm wide awake. Like, I'm wide awake. So I'm like, alright. So, yeah, not happening. And then he asked me if I'm okay again, and I'm like, I gotta pee. So he came in to unhook me from everything so that I could go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. And I'm like talking to him like, well, I mean, not as bad as I'm talking to you now, but I'm like, I was way more awake then than I am now. Like, so I'm wide awake, and I'm like, dude, I'm pretty much done with this. Like, I'm up. You're just gonna see me rolling back and forth in bed now, trying to get tired, not getting tired because I'm wide awake, and like, no, it's whatever. And he's like, just give me 20 more minutes. Try 20 more minutes, and you know. And I'm like, okay. So 20 more minutes. He asked me how I'm doing. I'm awake. Okay. So he comes in and starts taking. Oh God, I forgot about the fucking thing on my finger. Yeah, they put a heart monitor thingy on my finger too and taped it down real good, and then they taped the wire to my wrist with tape, and that was probably the most like next to the nose thing, probably the most uncomfortable. The second most uncomfortable part of it was the wrist thing with the finger. That whole was for shit. So there's that. He comes in, unwires me from everything, takes all the tape and everything off of me, fucking tearing everything off, apologizing the whole way. And I'm like, dude, I understood when you were putting sticky things on me, it was gonna like do it. Like, let me go home so I can go to bed and salvage some like couple of hours sleep out of the night. But I was like, what time is it? And he's like, it's 4:30, and I'm like, yep, what did I say? And he's like, yeah, that's actually kind of weird that you were able to call it like that. And I'm like, I always wake up after the same amount of time. Like, I sleep 6 hours, I think is something what it is. And that's fucking it. So if I go to bed at 11:30, I'm waking up at 5:30. 6 hours. That's it. That's all I get. That's it. Done. And I'm like, so you put me in bed at fucking 10:30. So here we are, 4:30. And he's like, alright. So I wound up getting back in my car. The guy was very nice. He walked me to my car. It was like a really weird date. Yeah, drove home. Came home. Played some Final Fantasy 15. Until I was like, and then I fucking tried to take a nap. I slept a couple of hours. And then I woke up. After effects of doing it, if they tell you, if you have anything special that you want to bring with you, bring it, right? Now, I kind of took this to mean if you're kind of fucking what, and you have like a whoopee or like a special pillow that's like you have to have with you because it's your dinosaur or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have to have that kind of shit, bring your stuffed animals. I kind of took it to mean that. So I'm like I have a blanket that I use that's just, it's a blanket I use. Like, I don't know, it's no better or worse than any other blanket I've ever fucking, it covers me and it keeps me warm. It's a blanket. And I have pillows, but like my pillows are pillows. I bought them at Walmart. That I can't imagine they're that much different than any other fucking pillow, you know? So, right? But, I get like firm pillows. And they had pillows that were hotel pillows. And they're those fucking fuck you in the ass pillows is what they are. It's what I call them. They just fuck you in the ass all night long. And they show you this wonderful, like, pillowy yet firm. You know, they have firmness to them. You think to yourself, oh, this is a good firm pillow. So I got what I thought was the nicest fucking pillow that I'd be able to sleep on. And I'm like, you know, whatever. Cool. And, right? And I didn't want to lug my fucking fan because it's one of those floor fans that's this fucking tall and it... Right? So I don't want to fucking take that goddamn thing because lugging a fucking fan through the hotel, awesome. Right? Like, but yeah, do it. Like, if you need anything to sleep, take it with you if you go do one of these things. Just trust me. Just whatever. Just take all your shit. Take your fucking bed if you have. Just take your whole fucking mattress. I don't give a shit. Take it all. Because their shit sucks. Their pillow, while it seemed firm, was somehow mystifyingly flat in the morning. Like, I mean, this thing compressed down to nothing. So my neck, from here all the way down to here and like into my... like up under into my shoulder blade. Oh my god. Like that's as far as I can turn my neck that way. And there, it's starting to hurt there. Yeah, doggy. It's fucking great. So I came out of it with not good sleep. I got sleep. But I wouldn't say I'm well rested. You. Not good sleep and fucked up neck. So if they have me do it again, the next time it's gonna be my pillow and my fucking fan. Go with me. I don't give a shit. And if anybody looks at me in the fucking check-in carrying the fan, I'm gonna be like, fuck you, man, I'm a patient. And flick my joint at them and then fuck them. Alright. But yeah, so there you go. That was what the sleep study was like. Obviously, they didn't like fucking have me go into the next room and spend a couple of hours like looking at the fucking wave patterns with me. They probably could have, and I would have probably grasped the greater portion of it. But I think they're gonna send it into like doctors that like specialize in wave patterns, and they're gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, I really know my wave patterns, and this is fucking what this wave pattern means." And so I will hopefully get that in a couple of weeks. And when I do, I will let you know. But as far as doing the sleep study, if you have problems sleeping, this is part of the diagnostic process. It's the shittiest part of the diagnostic process. Watching you and waiting for you to have a shit fucking night sleeping. So guess what? Most likely you're going to have a shit fucking night sleeping. That's what they're going for. Right? So sleep sucked. As far as restfulness, I would not give that hotel, or at least that floor with those rooms, any good marks. But again, it's not the point. As far as the help there, everybody was very nice. Everybody was very, helpful. Everybody was willing to bend over backwards for me. I think I weirded them out because I'm not generally a person that really needs anything. Like, I can fend for myself pretty well. I see where the bathroom is. I don't need you to show me. I'm pretty self-sufficient, so I don't really ask for a whole lot. And I understood what I was getting into when I was getting into it, because I read the letter they sent me. It explained it. And so I was fine. I didn't need to eat. I didn't have any medication I needed to take. I took that ahead of time, like I was told. Right? I followed all the rules, so I didn't really need a whole lot. And, I think that was fucking with the one dude, because he really wanted to, do something for me. And I'm like, nope, I'm good. Whatever. But yeah, so that was cool. The guy was cool. Big shout out to Z. He was cool. The place was nice. I mean, as far as like, it was very cool, very modern, very high-techy. The weird fucking camera thing was very odd, you know. Gave me some fucking vibes, but whatever. It was, again, that was the point. But, yeah, overall I would say the experience was the best shitty experience I've ever had staying outside of my home. Everybody was very understanding. But yeah, so whenever I get the information on what all of my what all this shit fucking means, whenever we figure that shit out, I'll let you know what's going on then. But other than that, I think I'm going to take the rest of the weekend off. I will probably see you guys Monday night. So until then, see you in the next video, whatever the fuck everybody says.